What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building, and guess what? The stars in the back, no hat on there because I got the fresh cut today, so I'm gonna go with the haircut list today. But I got another great interview. You know we've been doing them Dallas Cowboys, but it's summertime. It's time to talk about these high school kids. But this one in particular is already in college, and the reason why I'm bringing him back because we already interviewed him, and we're gonna recap his senior season and talk about his college career that's about to start. So without further ado. Introduce yourself, Mr. Corey Baugh, and give a little background before we jump in the interview.
So, my name is Corey Baugh, born and raised Broward. Went to high school at Monarch and played my junior and senior year there. I started both of my years. My senior year had a tougher time starting because of new personnel and new coaches, but still ended up seeing the field, still ended up doing great.
I like hearing that, and one thing I like hearing about is the perseverance. How you went to a new coaching staff, and you still turned up. So that's a testament to how you are as a player. But let's talk about your last season. You went to the district's championship first time since 2014, and you were an integral part in that. So kind of recap the season as a whole, and then talk about how you played in the playoffs.
So, beginning of the season, as I said before, it was a brand new coaching staff on the defensive side, and whole new schemes, whole new personnel coming in, and I had to grind like everybody else. I had to grind harder, especially with the new scheme that I didn't fully grasp. Towards the middle of the season, I officially started like getting that title of a starter. But even at the beginning of the season, it was tough with the new scheme. I'm more of a zone player, and this personnel that he ran, his scheme was more of a man personnel. But I ended up adapting to it, became a great player. And towards the playoffs, still ended up seeing the field, still ended up doing my thing, ended up losing second round in the playoffs to Palm Beach Gardens.
All right, now let's talk about that. You said you're more of a zone guy, and that's the system that you're in before. And he played more of a man-type scheme. Talk about the difference and why was it a little bit hard for you to adjust in that scheme?
So for me, I played both linebacker and DB, but later on, like towards my high school career, I started playing more defensive back. I played that nickel position, which is more of like a mix of a DB and a linebacker. So it was easier for me to play zone than it is for me to play man against those shiftier, faster slot guys. So I'd say that's the main thing that really got to me.
Okay, but you know what? Like I said, that's an exciting story how you were able to change that and able to switch your game up, and now you adjusted to it, and look what you did. Now, you had like 31 tackles. You had an interception for return in that playoffs. So do you feel like it's unfinished business as you head to college?
Of course, grind never stops, coach.
Yes, definitely. So let's talk about that big story that you committed to West Virginia Wesleyan, and it's a big thing because your brother is there. Now, that's a rarity. I mean, we hear about brothers in college, but it's not a lot. What was the deciding factor in making that choice, and how does it feel to be able to play with your brother again and being reunited in college?
So of course, playing with my brother it's really a blessing and a gift. So I really do thank the coaches and the whole staff up there for reaching out to me and getting me up there. And again, it's gonna never stop being a grind, and that's all there is to it.
Now, what was the kind of deciding factor for you to pick West Virginia Wesleyan? Was it because you knew your brother was going there, or was it just what the school really offered you?
The school offered me really everything that any school could offer me, and I appreciate them for that. The major deciding factor, I'd say, is the level of competition up there. That was my highest division offer, and I feel like I can perform at that level.
Now, let me ask you this: since it is this what division level is this?
It's a Division two.
All right. So, what if you're turning up in a couple years at the Division two and some Division one offers come? Would you think about that?
It'd definitely be something to think about, but no.
I like Corey already. He saw the trick question come in there and he shot it down. All right. So as you get ready to head into school, what do you kind of want to work on skill wise as you jump into college?
That man on man, faster feet, everything, coach. Really just all around. I want to be an all around player. I want to get myself on the field that first year up there.
All right, now you're going in as a corner, or is there a specific position as the corner? Or are you more going to be a slot guy? Are you going to be an outside guy, or is it going to be kind of functional? How you're going to be doing it there?
Honestly, coach, I'm trying to get up there, trying to let them put me where I need to be and do what I need to do to get on the field.
And what do you feel like you need to do to be able to play as a freshman?
I feel like I need to adapt fast and quick to their schemes, to their whole program.
Now, also, I seen on your profile you're an early graduate.
Yes, sir.
Was that kind of intentional so you could get into school earlier to get on the field, that type of thing, or what kind of played into that?
That was to try to get me into school for spring ball, but that didn't end up happening with the school because they found me a little later, so I couldn't get up there for spring. And honestly, I feel like it was a good thing that I didn't get up there for spring, because to have that rest of my senior kind of life, I guess you could say, as a high school kid, was good to have.
Nice. Now, West Virginia Wesleyan didn't have the best season last season, right? But you're being added to the program, right? I think they won one game last year. You're coming into the program, your brother's coming into the program. What kind of goals do you kind of have early to kind of turn that program around and get it to where you want to get it?
Well, going up there, I want to bring my traditions with me, a winning mindset, a winning everything. I don't want to have no type of down behavior when it comes to games. Tough teams coming up, oh, we're gonna lose. Nah, there's none of that. No, coach. Every game is gonna be a game. It's gonna be a dogfight, whether they're bad, whether they're good, whether they're this. Doesn't matter.
Got you. Now, what position does your brother play?
He plays post safety. He plays really the same position as me. He plays corner. Very versatile in that defensive back.
So talk about y'all's relationship right quick. You know, I see that y'all real tight. I mean, I've seen your tweets where he'll like your tweets, you like his. It seems like you guys are real tight, and you guys actually played together in high school for a little bit as well. So what's the connection? Has it always been like that? You guys always been close, always played it like that? How's that kind of relationship?
So we started out playing when we were 4 or 5 years old for the same team, Little League, all the way up until high school. He started, of course, before me, so I was always a step behind him. And then towards the end of his high school career, I started seeing the field a little bit. We started being on the field together. And then he left again to college, so now I'm still a step behind him, but I want to catch up this year. I want to be on the field with him.
So how many years will you guys have together? 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now that's going to be exciting right there, especially you get on that field early. You guys both playing at the same time. I'm trying to think, has that happened in a while? I don't know if that's happened. I'm going to have to check that out and see if that happens. But now he transferred into West Virginia Wesleyan. Did you guys talk about that ahead of time? Did you say, I'm going here, bro, think about coming here? How did that kind of happen?
Well, again, they offered me a little late, so he was already there when they.
Oh, okay.
He mentioned my name to the coaches, and the coaches looked into it, and they're like, "Whoa!" So they got to me a little late. That's why I couldn't really get in there for spring or anything.
Okay, so your brother, you was looking at some other schools as well, and your brother kind of threw the word in. They was like, "Oh boy, man, we ain't see this tape. Let's offer him right now." That's kind of how it happened.
Yeah.
I like that. So let's talk about, what you're going to be majoring in school.
I don't 100% know exactly what I'm majoring on, but I do want to go into the medical field after college.
Nice. And what type of thing do you want to do with the medical field?
I want to be a physician. Sorry.
Nice. Now, have you realized how long of school you got to be in, all that good stuff? How long do you have to be in school for what you're talking about?
For 8 years, and then 3 years of residency, probably even more after that.
Oh, wait. He better love his profession, y'all. But hey, I can see you being a good doctor or a physician, whatever. I can see you coming up there, helping people and getting people right. But let's talk about the league you play in. What do you feel like? Obviously, you said you want to bring an winning attitude. You guys want to improve on next year. What kind of feel like you look from afar? What do you think some of your strengths of your team is from afar?
Well, I was up there for the spring game, and I see a lot of pluses, Coach. I don't see where there is any losing attitude on that team. But as you said, the previous season, they didn't have a great season. I hope to come in there. I hope to boost that attitude even more because it looks like they want to win, Coach. And I feel like they're going to be great this season.
I like that. I like that. Now, we're definitely going to be checking you out as the season progresses. Now, besides your brother, I'm sure he's a motivator like no other. Anybody else out there motivate you and kind of keep you where you want to continue to want to be great? Anybody out there pushing you, or anybody you want to give a shout outs to thanking you for helping you get to where you're at now?
I do want to shout out to my coach, head coach Davis, and my defensive coach for pushing me in a new scheme, never really giving up on me, always, on me about this and that and the other, Coach Hutch. Huge shout out to my dad. He was my coach in Little League, still coaches me even now. Huge shout out to my defensive back coach, Coach Chad Wilson. He has 2 sons now in the NFL, and he's always, checking in on me, making sure I'm up early, working out with him early in the morning, Saturdays, Wednesdays, everything. So,
nice.
And then the last thing, of course, my brother. Me and him work out almost every day together, and it's just we never stop grinding.
Number one, I love that relationship because that's rare. I mean, you don't usually have a lot of that out there, especially nowadays. You love to see those type of relationships, and the fact that you guys are playing in school and you guys get 2 years. It's not 1 year. You guys get 2 years together, so you got 2 years of you guys really be able to turn up this season. Now, as we get ready to kind of head off of here, any kind of things that you're like in inspiring you for your freshman year, any things that you kind of want to say, this is what I want to kind of accomplish my freshman year, like kind of some short-term goals for your freshman year. What do you want to kind of accomplish academic wise and athletically wise in your first year?
So I'd say academically, I want to really get in there, get ahead. I don't want to ever be behind in my school, in my books, nothing. So I'd say academically, I don't want to be held back like you see a lot of football players be held back by their grades, by teachers, whatever. I don't want to be held back by that at all. And then athletically, football field, my first year of high school when my brother was a junior, he was doing great on the varsity level, but I wasn't at that level yet to see the field on varsity, so I played JV. So I'd say this year going into college as a freshman, I want to see the field. And I want to be out there.
I feel you. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? That's got to be a number one motivating factor. And we're excited to see how you are, man. And I'm excited to see you and your brother turn up. I've already been looking at the little West Virginia Wesleyan pamphlets and all that good stuff. So make sure that you can get us some good tape, man, because I know it was high school, but whatever college stuff you can get and show, please do, so we can post it on the channel and show more of you and so everybody can know who you are and what you're going to be doing there in college. Now, any few last things that you want to say? Any shout outs to anybody before you kind of head off of here today?
I want to give you a huge shout out, Coach, because you always been on me. Hey, when are we going to do this interview? When are we going to get it rocking every day, Coach? So I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate you for doing what you're doing for these other kids in high school. It's great. I really do appreciate that, Coach.
Hey, that means the world to me. I love doing this. I do this for you guys. I don't do it for nothing else. No publicity, no nothing. I just want to see you guys be great. And the fact that you're in school, we see a lot of the young people out there in these streets right now, and a lot of people just are really down on the youth. So I love to see success stories like this because I know you're going to be a success story on the field and off the field. So I love seeing this type of stuff, man. And more I see of this, the more it's motivating me. Like you get up and every day and you and your brother work hard. This motivates me to get out there and get more interviews to see you guys be great. And I know you are. So any last words before you head off of here today?
Oh, sir, I really appreciate your time, though, Coach. Thank you for getting me on this call with you. Again, huge shout outs to you, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, for myself, Big Game James, Mr. Corey Baugh, check out West Virginia Wesleyan. You better check that roster because him and Darren, is it Darren?
Yep.
Him and Darren are going to be turning up. Brother.
Brandon. Darren is my dad.
Okay, my bad, Pops. Brandon Baugh, and Darren's the dad, so my bad. He goes, hold up, Dad. He got it all wrong. You better correct him on that. My bad, Pops, but you did a great job with both your brothers, and they're going to be doing both your sons, and they're going to be doing a great job. And we can't wait to see them on the field. So without further ado, Big Game James, we out. Peace.